Welcome back to the Ravens Central podcast. I'm your host, Sam Dine, joined by Noah Hamilton to my left and Connor Schreck to my right. Today we're talking all Ravens. We're going to start with the offensive side of things. To be exact, the quarterback positions. The Baltimore Ravens extended Lamar Jackson just prior to the draft this past offseason. Noah, what are your thoughts on the extension as a whole?
Obviously, Lamar got a great big extension. I felt like it was a bit of an overpay, but you got to do whatever you can to keep your QB1 in town, especially when your QB1 is Lamar Jackson, one of the greatest QBs in the NFL, arguably top 5.
Yeah, agreed. When Lamar's healthy, he's practically unstoppable. We're going to take it over to you, Connor. Todd Monken fired this past offseason, oh my gosh, correction, not Todd Monken. Greg Roman fired this past offseason. Thoughts on the firing? I know a lot of Ravens fans are happy in general.
I think Lamar's going to be way more than unstoppable this year. He's going to be the best quarterback in the NFL again. He won an MVP with Greg Roman, and Willie Snead is his number one wide receiver in 2019. And now not only does he have a brand new offensive coordinator who will let him throw the ball, but he also has a brand new receiving core. And I think that not only is the receiving core deep, I think it's too deep. I think that they need to trade one of Devin Duvernay or Nelson Aguilar, even James Prochet, but they had their fourth wide receiver would be a 2 or 3 on any other team, and it's a good opportunity to get more draft capital or maybe back up the struggling secondary on that defense.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's big to say that the Ravens are deep within their receiving core, given the struggles we've seen there in recent years. Noah, the Ravens defense lost a couple key guys this past offseason, Calais Campbell and Marcus Peters, but is young. What are your thoughts going into this year with the Ravens defense?
Obviously, losing Calais Campbell as a defensive asset on the line was a big loss. He wasn't playing most of the snaps, but when he was playing his reps that he could, he was getting a lot of bang for your buck. We obviously got 2 linebackers in the draft in Trenton Simpson as an inside linebacker and Tavius Robinson as an outside linebacker. I think Tavius Robinson or Trenton Simpson could be great players to take Calais Campbell's role. Obviously, Marcus Peters is gone. The Ravens did get a cornerback in the draft in Caillou Blue Kelly, and there's obviously the free agent quarterbacks we got in Rock Ya-Sin, and Marlon Humphrey's still here too. So I think our secondary, with a little bit more additions, should be good.
Yeah, I think if you guys could bring in a more solidified cornerback too, that would help. But overall, your linebacker core looks great going into this year. Again, to call in, the number is 703-223-3165. That's 703-223-3165. As we have a caller on the line, Jack from Baltimore. Jack, any questions?
Hey guys, really big fan, long time listener, first time caller. I'm really curious. I'm a really big fan of Isaiah Likely. What do you think his role is going to be in the offense this year?
Okay, so Isaiah Likely, a good rookie year this past season. Connor, what are your thoughts on Isaiah Likely going into year 2?
I think with the departure of Nick Boyle, he's in the number 2 tight end slot, though he might have some competition from Charlie Kolar. Overall, though, Lamar's always been really great at utilizing his tight ends, and I think that'll continue. Isaiah Likely will have a wonderful season. He's probably one of the best number 2 tight ends in the NFL, and he will show that this year.
Okay, and I want to send it over to you now. The depth in this Ravens tight end room, we've seen it in years past. Do you think that really will benefit Lamar now that they finally have a good receiving core?
Well, I think that the good receiving core is going to help because obviously last year Isaiah Likely was kind of like a receiver as a tight end with his good speed and his good catching skills. Obviously, the Ravens lost 2 tight ends this offseason in Josh Oliver and Nick Boyle. I think with the Ravens running a lot of 2 tight end sets, Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews are going to be used great together with Charlie Kolar as a good backup option.
Agreed. So that's it for your Raven Central talk show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sam Dine with Connor Schreck and Noah Hamilton signing off.